Hello and welcome to another Alteryx challenge for me, Nick Bignell. This is challenge number 59. This is an anagram challenge. Well, we'll see. So basically what we've got here are two columns of words, and some are anagrams of each other, and we've got to determine whether they are anagrams or not. So if you look at the output, see we've got anagram yes no as the output here on the final column for the two columns of words. Now we've also got record ID, which is a massive clue on how to solve this, I believe, because I was thinking straight off the bat that what we could do is take the letters and actually just break them out and then sort them and then compare whether they match or not. And if they sorted alphabetically and match, then if they all match, then it's an anagram. If they don't all match, then it's not. That was my thought process anyway. A bit scary, but there we go. So let's do the first thing, which is record ID. So which is in preparation. We can just put in the record ID. That will give us something that we can then work through for each of the. So we now have a record ID for each one. Then what we want to do is take a text columns, I think, and maybe we want to append them, split them. So I think what we want to do, let's just take the first one, and we don't want anything in there. Is that right? And we just want to split it to rows. We need something in there. Maybe we don't want to take split columns. Maybe we want to do regex. Because what we can do there is break it so we can. What we can do is tokenize and split to rows, and we want to do it on every character. So every character would be word character, so /w. Let's see what that does. So if we run that, so that's now broken it down by each one. Now what we don't need is this other stuff. So let's just actually we can just copy this here, paste it here, and then we can do the same thing but with word 2, and that will break that down similarly. No, it won't. Why won't it do that one? Oh, because I'm looking at the input. On the output, it will break that down. So now we can just basically get rid of we can get rid of the fields we don't need. So that one is word 2, and on this one it is word 1, and we can sort them both in word order ascending, and this one in word 2 order ascending. What we can do is transform it back again. So here we've got let's run this. Transform. So if we it's now sorted it that way, but if we sort it back again we ought to therefore in a cross tab. So we want to group by record ID, and then we want to concatenate. Right. So the column headers should be. Let's see what that does. Okay, we don't want to group by. We don't want a separator. So let's run that. Okay, so now we have the words broken out like this. We've got the record ID at the top, so let's repeat that. There, we can concatenate, and we can just put nothing, and that will give us the same down here. and then we strangely transpose it back again. So that will then rerun that to see what that looks like. So now we've got the record ID here and the letters. Okay, so we can do that again. And down here, and then we can join them together. Let's join them on the record ID, or name as it's now called. So we can get rid of that side, but we can call this record ID, and then so we can then check to see whether they match. So then we've got it listed here. So let's do a simple formula, and we're going to call this new column anagram, and it's simply an if statement. So if value equals right value, then yes. Else no. I think that was a capital Y. I think. Okay, so let's run that and see what we get. Okay, yes, 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 no, and yes, 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 no. So we now need to sort this back out so it's the right, and that's another. We can do that with another join. So let's bring in. No, we need the record ID, so we can do it at this stage. So we go in again with the record ID, and we want to bring in these. So we want record ID 1, 2. We don't need the right one. We don't need these values, but we need our anagram. So let's bring in the browse tool and run that. Oh, why is that not? String fields can join to other string fields. So it's not a string field anymore. Let's have a look. So what is it? So record ID is a string and it's an integer here. Okay, so we can change. We just change that here to be integer 32. Well, that'll make a difference. No, it needs to be done beforehand. Okay, so then we can do that with a select tool, and we can change the record ID to be an integer 32. Run that, and there we have it. Exact match on both sides, both the output and on our output. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.